Fully Booked, recommended titles from West Sussex Libraries.
Hello, my name's Tess and I'm a library assistant at Shoreham Library, and I'd like to recommend to you today this book which I read during lockdown, Inferno by Catherine Cho. The book is a memoir, and more specifically an account of Catherine's experience of postpartum psychosis. When Catherine and her husband James's son was 3 months old, they took him from London to the US to meet their Korean relatives. Now, it's a Korean tradition that newborn babies are kept indoors for 100 days after their birth, and the families began to chide Catherine and James for breaking with this tradition and to worry about the health and safety of their baby. Catherine found herself taking on some of these anxieties until she reached a terrifying state where she thought she could see the devil's eyes in her son's eyes and believed herself to be both her own grandmother and her newborn child. Not knowing where she was, who she was, or what was happening to her, she was admitted for a 2-week stay on a psychiatric ward. The book is an account of that stay, drawn from diaries and notebooks which Catherine kept at the time, in which she made observations about the other patients and wrote about the rules that she soon learnt to abide by in order to survive. Interwoven throughout the narrative are some of the Korean folk tales and traditions that Catherine grew up being told, and she also draws upon past trauma enacted upon her by her violent father and later a violent boyfriend. All of these experiences chime together throughout the story. Ultimately, however, the book is an account of motherhood and mental illness, and it shines a light on a rare but very serious and little talked about condition. With the help of her psychiatric crisis team, Catherine is able to recover and reaches a point where she can conclude at the end of the book that she is able to reconnect with her son. And then one day, an ordinary day, as I was holding Cato, I remembered him. His smile, the feel of his breath against my arm, the warmth of sun against our cheeks, the weight of his body against my own, and I was a mother again. The book is written in beautiful poetic lines, and it's one that I highly recommend. Thank you for listening.
Fully Booked, recommended titles from West Sussex Libraries.